What's going on, guys? In this video I'm going to break down what it takes to really commit to a lifelong relationship, commit to a partner, and really find and connect with the ideal partner that you've always wanted. So keep watching. So if you want to go out there and find an ideal partner and not be that people pleaser, you have to start overcoming your people pleasing habits, your traits. And this initially will be very uncomfortable, but to acknowledge it, to understand it, accept it, and take responsibility for it is the first step in you overcoming it and eventually finding the ideal partner who doesn't push you around, and you have a balanced relationship where you take lead, and there'll be other times where she might take lead, but equally you have a good balance in that relationship. So if you are that people pleaser, one of the main things you have to do initially is take responsibility. If you want to find someone who's self-aware, who's truly connected to themselves, you have to be that person. If you're not self-aware, if you're not connected, you're not going to find that person. You can go down the route of the red pill and become this kind of person who's almost like a playboy, but equally you'll probably find girls who aren't well suited, who aren't authentic in front of you. If you want to find someone who's authentic, who you can connect with, you have to understand how you can become more self-aware and take control of your people-pleasing habits. And the first step is to really acknowledge deep down that you are a people pleaser. It's uncomfortable, no one wants to do it, but you have to accept it and you have to take responsibility. The moment you take ownership, you take responsibility and say, this is who I am, but now I'm going to take one step forward and find out how I can overcome this. And once you've taken that first step, once you've acknowledged it, it's really then diving more deep. And often it's easier when you're doing it with someone else, a coach, a therapist, but equally take that first step forward, start reading about people pleasing, and start understanding that you have to start setting boundaries, you have to start taking lead. And more importantly, you have to start understanding yourself. Who are you as a person? Who are you as a man? What do you want in this life? And when you're going down your day-to-day life, people will come and challenge you. Maybe not intentionally, but they'll challenge your thoughts, your values, and you have to be okay to say no to them. You have to start to understand that it's okay to say no, and that doesn't affect your self-worth. You're still worthy as a person you are. You are literally worthy as a person you are. You are enough. And someone else's opinion doesn't have to affect you. It doesn't make you less of a person. And if you've never done this, it's going to be super hard. I was a chronic people pleaser. I still have traits of people pleasing, but the more I've stepped into taking lead, taking ownership, really uncovering where these people pleasing thoughts came from, for me, it's growing up and really trying to please people around me, lack of a real father when I was really younger, and really my mom taking control. I really found it difficult to not people please. I would try and fit in all sorts of groups. And it's only until I became aware of where these people-pleasing habits came from, I was then able to step forward and take control of it. I was able to realize that actually these are thoughts. I started to write down my thoughts, and every time they came up, I would be like, oh wait, I'm going to people please right now. I'm going to stop that thought and I'm going to say what I really feel. And so this leads to the second part, where to really overcome people pleasing, you have to put yourself in environments where you can be more authentic, be yourself, and be comfortable being yourself. And you can put yourself in places where that will challenge you and make you feel uncomfortable. But for some of you, that will be very difficult. And so there are spaces out there, men's group, online groups, or again, a coach or a therapist, where you can go and be yourself, talk from your heart, be more authentic, say what you really feel, don't hold back. And as you start to practice this, as you start to grow and practice this more and more and more, what you'll find is those people-pleasing habits will start to fade. Yes, they'll be there in the background, but you'll be more aware of them. And there'll be moments where you catch it, you'll be like, oh, I'm about to people-please. No, let me hold back. I'm going to say how I really feel. And when you're about to people-please and you catch it, there's a space between that, a moment where you catch it, to a moment where actually you can then be like, actually, I want to say this today. I want to express myself. I want to be honest. There's a space between that part where you want to people please and that part where you want to be authentic. And once you can learn to be in that gap once you can learn to be present with yourself and really identify who you are as a person and identify those thoughts or those triggers whenever they come up, that's when you can overcome people pleasing. And the more then you practice being in that gap, so people pleasing, being authentic, the gap. Once you can practice being in the gap, the more easier it's going to go into being a people. More easier it's going to be into going into being more authentic. So that's number 2. And the third thing is practice taking lead. Practice taking lead and offering excitement in relationships. Be someone who can take your partner on an exciting date. Offer the person what they want, and don't be vague. Just be specific. Be like, how do you feel about going for dinner today? Question mark. Offer it to them. Say you booked it as well. If you want to take even more lead, book it and say, we're going there. What do you think? And they might say yes or they might say no. But essentially, you're practicing offering excitement to your partner. You're taking a lead, which women love. And on top of that, what you're also doing is you're starting to offer your own suggestions. You're starting to show the women what you may like, and you're no longer people pleasing and conforming to what they like all the time. Now, in a relationship, that'll be different. In a relationship, you're going to find a balance. You're going to try and appeal to them at times, and you're also going to appeal to yourself at times. But when you're dating, when you're starting this new, start taking lead, offering excitement, and what you'll find is you might find a lot of women who are aligned to you come on these dates where you take lead, and you take them on a date that you enjoy, and they might enjoy it too. And if they do enjoy it, fantastic, you both enjoy it. So if that's of interest to you, make sure you trial that out. If you're dating now and you don't know what to do, trial that out as well. So 3 things to overcome that people pleasing. Number 1, really take control of your thoughts, really become more self-aware, and essentially number 1 is take responsibility and ownership of your thoughts and of your people pleasing. Understand where it came from and take steps to overcome it. Number 2, become more authentic. Put yourself in places where you can be more authentic, where you can voice your opinion, and you can do it in places that make you uncomfortable, or you can start doing it in places where there's other people around you going through the same journey and they encourage you to do it. And number 3, start taking lead on dates. Start offering them more exciting things to do. Offer the perspective, don't just force it on them. Offer it to them, see what they say, but take lead and be specific with where you want to go. And make it places that you would enjoy. And if it's further down the line in your dating or relationship, offer places where they may also enjoy as well. So find the balance there. If this video has interested you, make sure you keep watching my other videos, check out my old videos, and comment below what you've enjoyed most about it. If you have any questions, comment below as well. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. My name's been Jag. Like, subscribe, and comment down below. Like I said, it really does help boost the page up. So yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.